Okay, I think everything's working. Let's get on to Elden Ring. For anybody watching the VOD as it's uploaded to YouTube, I am using a different streaming software. So if anything's weird, it's that thing's fault. Actually, I don't. I'll probably need to download the VOD directly from Twitch now because I don't think it's auto recording. I'll figure it out. I just want to play Elden Ring right now. I'm sure it's fine. Right? Shiona, I don't even know what that means. Okay. Right. Right? Where am I? Wait. Where's this? Why doesn't this... Hello? Where? Oh, wait. Okay, I remember where I am now. I was like, this looks so different. Anyways. Okay, so... Let's go back this way really quick. Because, although I wish I was done with this area, I do want to check one last thing. I beat the boss last time and I was like, I'm done. But, really I need to... Hey, buddy. No game audio? Can you not hear the thing going back and forth? Oh, it's just super quiet. Okay. Give me just a second and I'll deal with that. Ow. Is that a little bit better? Because it's relatively loud for me. But I'll assume it's okay for now. It's probably fine. Okay. I'm sure Shion's probably still listening. She might be at work. Oh, what the... Ow. What? Oh. Okay. I forgot how much damage these things did. Yes, I know what you meant. Also, why would I be a PNG tuber when I know how to make a VTuber model? I literally have a program downloaded on my computer that I could make a VTuber model with. I'm not going to, because that's too much effort, but I could do it. It's too much effort, and also I don't really feel like I want to. There's literally a program to make a VTuber model that's, like, just... It's essentially like the world's fanciest character creation, like, video game. And then you could just export it to a rig. You. Good. Okay, exactly as I wanted. And for you to come back down, because there's something a little bit suspect. I'm not sure if my eye caught something, but I was just thinking about this later, and I was like, yeah, I didn't. Why is this like this? Okay, yeah, there's something down there. Can I just roll off? Okay, yeah. Oh god, not this thing. God, these are actually kind of, like, tough. PNG tubing is adding one link to OBS. Well, VTubing is hard. No, VTubing is also adding one link to OBS. The link is just to a software that animates the thing for you. It's a tiny bit more setup, and then it's basically the same number of steps after that. Oh, hello. Ow! God, that spread way further than I thought it was going to. I also, didn't I? I need to upgrade my flask. Hello? Okay. Oh. Hey, Chloe subscribed. Ow! That distracted me. Oh, okay. Hello. I don't know how subscriptions work, but thanks, Chloe. You're my first subscriber. What does chat is double mean? Sharon, you shouldn't be listening to live streams at work anyways. Hey, you're a founder. I think that means that you're my first sub. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we'll blame that death on Chloe. I also got 1 sub point for that, whatever that means. Okay, well, Chloe, you can watch streams at work because you work from home on a computer. And you don't really do much, as far as I can recall. Okay. I was wondering why this path was so, like, thin, and I thought it was just, like, a chance to fall off, but, like, I don't know. Oh god, please. Ah, they're so strong. I hate them. I really hope this is worth it. No, they're not attacking with claws. They're attacking with forked hatchets. I actually have one of their hatchets. That's pretty close. Oh, right, I can do that. I completely forgot that if I guard something, I can counterattack. Because I don't play with a shield, so it's not worth guarding. Can I sneak up on you? Yes, I can. Okay. I really like the flow of the claws. Just like the way that their strikes happen. Also, it's such a long combo. I think it's technically an infinite combo because it just restarts after it does its last hit. Ow, what the? Oh, right. God. Hmm. That's too fast. Okay, I have an idea. Those things collapse if I hit them. Okay, there you go. Enemy ahead, beware of ambush. This is incredibly suspicious. Okay. Still waiting for that first illusory wall. Be wary of wicked sort. Why is it always up? Be wary of up. Is there any reason to be in here? Why do you have, like, a big spear? Okay. Lightning grease. Okay. Is that it? Anything else? Please? Come on, these look so suspicious. Wait. That's an idea. What if there's an illusory wall that's like a little bit up? Like that. Ha! God. I just tripled the amount of space I need to look for illusory walls in. Oh, somebody got on top of it. How'd you die? Hello? These bloodstains haven't been working recently. Oh god, there's like a lot down here. You rev up, and then try bow. Is that... that's a... what was it called? A grafted scion? I sure have a bow. God, really? Well, time to pull out the bow again. Okay, stance, and fire! Fire! It's blocking. It can't get through here, right? Oh god, it definitely can. Ow. Oh god. Huh. This is bad. Why did that thing not shoot fire at it? You know what? This will probably never be worth it. Oh? Archery's favor. Okay. Escape. Oh god, there's another one. Huh, 450 runes. Not worth it. There's another drop down there? Okay. Whee! God, this place just keeps going. Oh. Is there no reason to be down here? Praise the dung. Try bravery. Time for down. Well, it keeps going. Okay, trying to kill that thing was dumb. That's poison, isn't it? Do I have anti-poison stuff? Causes poison buildup. That's the opposite of what I want. Take the power. Oh, right. Right, I need 2,000 souls for that thingy. For the, oh, right, the dragon. It's the dragon arm. Well, this is gonna be awful. Oh. It's not poison. Let there be corpse. Oh, these are corpses, aren't they? This is a secret path. In the tutorial area. I don't see any secret drop-offs. Strong foe ahead. Beware of left. Oh, you're awake. Nice. Okay. What do you want from me? Oh, you do the same thing the other one does. Okay. Okay, that's all my healing. Okay. Prize for me? Anything? You want to go back up, huh? You want me to go back up? Okay. Where'd it go? Wait, it went back down? Okay. No time to think, just do. Okay, and back up. And follow it. This is horrible. In theory, I could run all the way to the top, but that'd be pretty close, and I don't want to die there. Okay, and I think with that, I can call this area explored. If there's a hidden wall or another way that I just didn't see, I don't care. Okay. What is the... Okay, I definitely need the Claw Talisman. Do I have... Oh! I don't have that on. Raises maximum equip load to... That's 10.1 to it? That's really good. What's this? Raises HP and equip load. Oh, or... Okay, it's the... Well, it's the Ring of Favor and Protection, basically. So that... And, jump attacks I use so much, but also... Right? These are two equip load raising things. I could put on, like, a full set of armor, finally. I also need to stop using jump attacks as a crutch so much. Really, the thing I'm using jump attacks for, I should mostly use heavy attacks for. I guess I'll jump attack to do things. But, you know. I shouldn't always be using jump attacks every second. Okay, so what all can I put on? Okay, so this is my best of all this. This. That's the best. This. That's the best. Okay, and I'm still on light load. Okay, no helmet though. That's fine. Incantate. Well. Definitely keep that in the back of my mind. If I had another claw, I could... Well, actually, that's pointless. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm done with this place. This place has been the bane of me. Oh, Chloe, Twitch chat is having issues? Interesting. That is weird. I don't know what to do about that, because, as far as I can tell, it's not on my end. Okay. Okay, not enough of those. Also, why are you still here? Stop that. 618. I actually don't have any poppable runes. thinking I see something and then I don't. Limgrave. This is the place where I get the rune, right? Oh, Chad is back? That might be the thing that I saw. How do I get there? Stormvale main gate. Or would I get to it from the... Okay. So there's like this big courtyard here. Rampart Tower, cliffside. Where does the... Okay, wait. I'm trying to think. Where does the... Okay, this is the step with the giant and the dog and the weird cracked statue. This is the run-up with the explodey things. Also with the giant that lead to the secluded cell in the boss fight. So this is down that way and out. That bridge also looks broken. But this is the thing I need to go to, right? I want to go to there, and then I want to go to... I forget what the place is called. I want to say Lemuria, but that's not right. Liurnia? I think this said Liurnia when I walked into it. That's the place that, Merida... No, not Merida. Melina is. Oh, God, I don't... Where does the main gate take me? Hey, across the boat when it's broken over water? See, that's a question for smart people that, think about their actions before they, you know, careen haphazardly into their objectives. And I refuse to do that. Okay, this is the main gate. I didn't remember that was there. I also remember I don't need to sit here to travel. Okay, secluded cell properties then. I also need to remember, my Stormhawk is, like, probably really, really good against things like the main little guys, but against things that can do big AoEs and things that have range, I think it might be not as great. I'll summon the Hawk just for the heck of it. I just like it. Even though we're running through. Distractions! There's a Hawk behind you guys, watch out! Oh, right, there's a bunch of Hawks around here. Well, evening the playing field. Okay. Down this way, and then it's out this way? Is that right? I don't know if it's particularly safe to go this way. Ow! Oh god, there's another thing here. There it is. They're gonna shoot at me from behind. This might not be the best idea. Okay, and you. This way? Whoop. Oh yeah, I never went this way. What in the world is that? Oh god! Are you guys alive? No, okay. Those are my Hawks dead. What was that? That's a lion. It has a arm blade. It doesn't like being in here. What are the chances that thing drops something really cool? Oh, wait, I can't craft when I'm being menaced. Do these... Does this tell me how much damage these do? 55, 35... Okay. The Stormhawk arrows are the best. Which makes sense. Oh, I need to hunt more things. Okay, time for this old song and dance. Take a stance. Yeah. Oh, There's a slight problem here. It seems like it has something in its AI to dodge. It's probably specifically so you can't do this. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, you're so good at dodging. You know, it's not perfect, but it's annoying enough that I don't want to do it. You dropped something good. Okay. Bait out and attack. Come on. Come on, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Okay. Didn't quite work. Ah! Trying to get it to stagger. It also literally cannot come in here. There's an invisible wall for it. Actually, its attacks aren't, like, that bad. Okay, that one's kind of bad. Of course, the second I decide, okay, I'm going to go out and attack it, then it just does that. They definitely accounted for this. They accounted for it by saying you can't dodge, by saying that it dodges ranged attacks like crazy. It's also stuck behind a statue now. Oh, got it, that one. Okay. You know what? You're putting up a good fight. Listen, the second I learn how to deal with your roly cuddle attack, I'm gonna... God, don't flip around, please. That one. Okay. So whenever he does it, just roll backwards, because he's about to do an upward slash. Stop. Yeah, okay. Somber Smithing Stone. Beast Blood. Old Fang. Okay. People are just disrespecting these statues. Wait, how did they even... What? Can you... No, you can't do that. Okay, anyways. Oh, there's Aesthetic Grace right here. This is definitely the tower, right? Like, I looked at the map like a smart person and everything. Okay, I have 2,000. Before I die and lose everything, let's go back and get the Dragon Arrow. Why did I... Don't do that. Well, Yes, they're disrespecting the statues by trying to jump on the heads, so naturally I wanted to see if I could do the same thing. The answer is no. Apparently I'm not that cool. Okay. I still need to find Lania. You're fine. Yo, what's up, fingers? Crafted dragon. It's a fist weapon. Mm-hmm. Well, I need 20 strength. Oh, yeah, 16 faith. Well, I'm gonna get there anyways. What does this look like? Aw, it's a tiny cute dragon. Look at that. Ah, it's adorable. I wonder if a fist and a claw weapon can power stance. Because if so, that's my new offhand weapon. Once I have the... Oh, I can't... Really? I can't even two-hand my weapon here? Weird. Wasn't there a... Okay. Somber. Is Somber... So Somber just for boss weapons? I also actually have enough to upgrade this too. Okay. Do you want to hold me again?
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear.
Okay.
Would you like to be held?
Oh.
Regardless?
Sure.
Now, come closer.
And so there's just... There's no point in you doing this, but I mean, you can.
You are so very warm.
Talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
Okay. So I mean, I'm gonna die. Okay. Anyways, that wasn't what I was here for. Wasn't there a... I feel like I... Here. Stone sword key. I got one down in the thing. Okay, so there's a chest in here. Crepus's black key crossbow. Black key bolts. Okay, a key for a crossbow. Crossbow I can't use. More strength. Of course. Black crossbow featuring a long stock used for sniping. It has a very long range. Weapon of Crepus, who served the two fingers from the shadows. On table as the head confessor. And its skills kick. You know, I might actually want to try a crossbow only run eventually. Because it sounds kind of funny just walking around shooting everything, and if it gets too close, kick it away. Another one. Do I have one? No, I don't. Okay, what's through this? Okay, I see an... Oh, wait, no, that's a chest. I thought that was another fog wall. What in the world? Wait. Chest. What is... That almost looks like a person sitting up there. But I think it's just something hanging from the ceiling. Okay, it's another chest. Well, I have to use those keys for something, I guess. Weird. Oh, right, this way. Okay, Limgrave Tower Bridge. I want to see what happens when I like activate the Great Rune or whatever. Because it says it lost all its beneficial effects. I'm assuming... Well, okay, so this is to make it get its beneficial effects back. I don't know what it's going to do for me. Become an activatable item or a permanent buff or something. Oh, it's raining. Also, there's probably another boss in my way. Bolt Drake Towers. Okay, that's the lightning one. Somebody just honked outside. Visions of Rot. These are the big guys that I fought over on the hill before. How did you die? Okay, yeah, for some reason bloodstains just aren't working. Okay. I've dealt with your kind before. Oh. Oh. Oh no. That one has a bow. Oh god, it's aiming at me. Oh no. Okay, I can't reach over here. Ow. Okay, that wasn't too much damage. Well, time for the age-old trick. Oh. What the? I see. Haha. Friendly fire. Ow. They can hurt each other. Full-on Clash of the Titans. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got shot in the ankle with an arrow from the other one. Oh, God. Well, that was close. I need to keep an eye on the big one. Or, well, not... I think it's the same size as the other two. God, it's shot right between the legs. Ow. Oh, God! Okay. Listen, I'll just let you guys kind of beat each other up a little bit. This is how I prefer to do boss fights. Ow. Although they do protect each other from criticals really efficiently. Ow! I tried to roll. I really did. I promise. Okay, you. One more strike. I think. Nope. One more. Take your friend's head off! God, it's so close. Okay. There's one. Ow. God, it caught me. Ow. I didn't think he had a step back. What? Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that. I still have one of these things full health to fight a little bit later. Although I don't know how to fight the bow one. Okay, I'm still out of range of the bow guy. Okay, you're down. You're last. Okay. Boy, do I wish I had a horse right now. I don't think it's gonna let me summon it, though. Oh. Nope, yep, no horse. Can I use these to block me? Okay, I can. It's still trying to hit me. Okay, fall over. Expose your soft underbelly. Okay. Golem Great Bow. I don't think I can wield that. Something in me tells me. 24. That's not that bad, all things considered, but God. Through and through. Powerful approach is getting the great bow. Held in an oblique stance. Ready the great bow. Twist the bowstring to fire a mighty great arrow that can penetrate through enemies. Oh boy, is that big. Be honest, not as big as it should be. Literally brace it on the ground. Okay. First off, well done. Victory! Sending gate ahead. What does that mean? Okay, I'm assuming this is how I get to, islands now. Hey, I found out how I'm crossing the bridge. That wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. First off, I want to go home. Oh, yep, I'm all the way up here now. So I jumped all the way from here to up here. I just skipped all the broken parts. There's still stuff behind me, though. I just heard a bird. Did it? I can't take this. Pickle? Why is it always I've failed? Divine Tower Lumiere. First off boss, and then seek door. Visions of morning, visions of night. Let's see what's back this way first before I go handle that. Those are all Stormhawks. Okay. Well then. Hello? Visions of Holy. Time for something incredible. Why does it always sleep? Okay. Why is it always unnoticed? Liar ahead? Well done, praise the victory. I don't like those shadow thingies falling. Hello? I've come to claim Godric's power. Actually, no, I do actually have an answer. The worst thing I've ever done is Shrine of Amana. Keep moving. Order required ahead. Okay, well, there's this. That's good. How many souls do I have? Or runes? 3,000? Okay. Noted. Oh. It's really close to that. So that's not the Erd tree, that's an Erd tree? Like a small one? Be wary of on the brink visions of ruin. Too high up. I want to go home. Fingers ahead. Jumping ahead. Why don't I feel good about this? Feel life. Fingers. Okay, you know what? Godric's Great Rune. Fingers. And so I realized those aren't Stormhawks, those are normal birds. They don't have the feet, so I think I'm fine. Did you climb on the fingers? I don't think you're allowed to do that. Fingers. Yeah, there. No boss up here to ruin me? Make contact. Okay. Just gonna casually turn my back to it. Key? Raises all attributes. Great Rune of the Shard Godric. Blessing raises all attributes. The Great Rune is known as the Anchor Ring, found in the center of the Elden Ring. This Great Rune. The first demigods were the Elden Lord Godfrey and his offspring, the Golden Lineage. Godfrey's the first person who died after the thing was shattered, right? Okay, I'm gonna casually walk away. If I walk away, I mean, get the fuck out. Liar. Disparage. Although we'll use the ring at it. But, wait. Why? Wait, what? 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 Off? Off. What's up with these torches? They're out, like, symmetrically, but, like, the back two are out, and then these side two are out. Oh, God. You know... I would have fire to light them. Hello? It looked like a cup for a second. Okay, you know, I done that. I got the Great Rune. All my attributes are up. Does that... I don't think my... Okay, I don't think my actual attribute points are up, but I think it made my effort... I'm good. Godric's Great Rune. I don't... I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I have no clue. Ooh, that's spooky. Okay. Let's go see what's beyond these eagles now that I realize that they aren't Stormhawks. I thought it was weird how they were, like, sitting, but I decided that it wasn't worth the risk. Ah! I missed. Oh, this one is actually mad. That's not a Stormhawk, but... Well, it is a Stormhawk, but it's not a bladed one. Ah! These birds have been a terror to me for too long. So why do I have so many markers? Oh. Ah! I missed. Silver Pickled Foulfoot. Legs. Okay. I am satisfied with that. Where are those? Here's one. Here's another one. Okay. Let's go see if the lady has anything to say about the fact that I did that. Let's head on to Liurnia. Maybe I need to talk to her and she'll tell me how to do something with it, but, you know, I have no clue. Wait, not here.
You have returned. What is it? Great runes are the stuff of demigods. The children of the goddess, Queen Marika. She who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak. The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left. Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Okay.
Now go forth. Let the work.
Yeah. Hello, Fingers. I saw your brothers. They were dead on top of a tower. What? Anyone else see that? Why is there like a golden string? Do you see that? It's like a pixel wide. There's like a golden string connecting what's her face to the thingy. It's so... When we get too close, it disappears. Does that mean if I'm farther away, it... Oh, wait, it's also going... Or it's just a line. What in the world is happening there? I don't know. Let's go here. It's super, super subtle. So, what did the guy say? Left of Gate Town or west of Gate Town or something like that? Yeah, Liurnia. I don't know what Gate Town is. Well, it's guiding me this way. It's guiding me towards the big tree. Yeah, okay, new area to explore. I don't think I can go that way. You know, I'll just be honest. I think my progress in that general direction is being hampered slightly. I guess we'll go this way. Church of Earth. Oh, hello. Another? Oh, okay. I guess I get one of these for each of these temples I visit? Maybe?
You're tarnished, aren't you?
Yeah.
Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
10 runes? Sure.
Well, bless you, bless you.
God, if you're in need of 10 runes, sure.
My name is Topes.
Topes.
Presuming you're interested,
Fops.
I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
Glintstone Pebble. That's like the basic one, I believe. I think that's the one you start with if you start as a sorcerer. Horizontally widening magic arc. Fire starlight to illuminate surroundings. Okay. Pretty cool.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right. I can tell you what I know about this place.
I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure they're worth the 10 runes I gave you. Even just seeing that they exist.
That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active,
Okay.
making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key.
Need a glintstone key.
So I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning. Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the academy, and you'll never reach the entry capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider glinting it down? I'm glintstone. Merely a hint of talent for sorcery, but still, my place is at the academy.
Okay. Listen, dude, I'll get a glintstone key. I'll open the door for me. Go in, find a grace. I can just teleport back there and give you the key. Once I have a teleport in there, I don't need the key. I assume. North, across the lake. First off, trap. Okay. That's northwest. I can't tell if there's a lake there. God. Jeez. This is all half the ground. Okay, well. Two. Nice. Beware of undead. Oh, you don't say. What are you fighting here? Ah, that's what you're fighting there. You have a scythe. Gimme. Gimme! I want that scythe to look cool. Don't you dare keep this from me. I thought my shadow on the gravestone was a thing. You. Oh god. I wonder if you can inflict death. You seem like a thing that would inflict death. Give me your thing! Yes! Sorry, Claws. You're out. 17 strength. You're in for a little bit. Just a little bit. Until I get enough faith to, you know, I can two-handed it. I can't two-hand this. I'm at a medium load again. Look at how cool that scythe is. Wow, look at this. It's a... Okay, it's a 4-hit combo. It's basic strong attack. Okay, perfect sideways sweep. Strong combo. Okay, 2-hit. It's strong attack. Okay, a little bit upwards. Then back across the other way. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Its strong attack isn't actually a plunge still. It's... Okay. Academy Scroll. Listen, the scythe is too cool. I gotta keep it. I used the claws for too long. Vision's a precious item. That... that little light right there? Is that what you're talking about? Or down in that tent? Oh no. People here are going stir crazy already. They're seeing items in the distance. Hey, I found an Academy scroll. Do you want it? You're like an Academy guy. Watch, I walk and he's already dead. Yo.
Back to learn another. Why, of course.
Okay. You're not smart enough to learn new things. He did basically say that. He's like, I can do this and they suck. Yeah. Okay. How the... What the... Jumping ahead? No. No, there isn't. There was the gravesite I was just at. Beware of pack undead. One good thing I have a big swoopy scythe now. Perfect to send them to their graves. Okay. I hit him as he was going over my head. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the wrong button. Ow. You. It's you I have a problem with. Whoa! Okay. That's pretty sweet. This thing does some damage, actually. Okay. That does some damage, too. Yo, imagine my scythe with the black flame all over it. We haven't seen what the black flame looks like yet, but it might look awesome. Oh, also, Chloe, so, this guy... I was watching someone else play the beginning of this game. They called him Santa, too. I don't see it, but I guess apparently his hat looks like a Santa hat. Like, it literally doesn't process for me, but, like, apparently other people agree with you that he looks like Santa. I'm assuming I need to go down there. But I don't know, one fully charged strong attack can stagger them. Or at least the small ones. Ow! Stop that! Oh, right, he came back alive. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, when I kill the thing, kill it again. Alright, I have a... That's pretty cool. I wonder how well that works. On the bright side, now that I know... So I didn't realize they were the hanging ones before. I just kind of panicked and hit it without thinking that time. I think I just walk up to it and strong attack them. Because I have time while the big one, like, assembles itself. Before it calls down the other two. Also, it's daytime, so now I have the advantage. I think. That's how undead work, right? Okay. Okay. I don't like your skulls. Oh. Okay. Why does it seem like he's coming alive so much faster than he did the first time? See, remember the first time I fought him, I watched his arms like slide across the ground for so long. I was like, "What is that?" And then I saw it was assembling into a skeleton. And I fought him, and then the other two shut up. It was a fun time, really. It might not help that I'm not super used to this weapon yet, but you know. Stop. Hit the thing. Aha! Okay, mono a mono now. Jerk. Wow, you're really strong, actually. Although you're very easy to, like, just abuse. And again, so am I. Ha! Old habits die hard. Alright, you. Good night. Okay, what's this? Warming stone. Use it to continuously heal nearby allies. Okay. So it's like an AoE heal item. There's quite a few items in this game that like consume FP to use. It's interesting. Okay. It's down in this like ravine I want to go. Skull. Focus points, Chloe. Focus points. Still no head. Okay. You! Get back here. Yeah, the deer's faster than me. I would have never seen this coming. Defeating one by one required. Head? Yo, you. Yeah, come on over here. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Good night. That's a really cool critical attack. What's one straight sword? Defeating one by one, you say? Well, that's unfortunate, because I have a scythe. Hey-ya! Foot soldier helmet. Ah, I got some things here. My hawk would actually probably be really good against these guys. Excuse me and my big scythe. Ah! I'm loving this scythe, actually. I feel like it might not be a weapon-by-weapon basis. I think that... Oh, okay. I feel like this game just feels good. Nothing in here. Oh, has Amy not found a scythe? To be fair, I'm pretty sure I just got really, really lucky with that drop. I'm not sure how many scythes are in the game in total, but, you know. That's like, okay. Materials? Oh. Hey, hey, go into Amy's server really quick and tell her that I got a scythe. Like, literally the first scythe enemy I saw, I dropped it. Since I'm using this scythe, I should, hey. Also, maybe see about giving it something that's not, spinning slash, because although that's nice, I think my strong attack kind of does that pretty well. Which one is it? This one.
Well, I took you no matter it's lay out your arms.
Stormcaller, Gravitas, Storm Stomp, Determination. Okay, so the two Storm ones, Determination and Gravitas, what do those do? She booed me. Okay, so no sweep and no wild strikes. Spin on two follow-up attacks. Stop. Hold. Pledge you the original powering up your next attack. Skill originating from thrust the armament into the ground to create a gravity well. In addition to dealing damage, this attack pulls enemies in. I got this from the weird guy on the beach, didn't I? He was using all kinds of weird magic. Oh, right. Also, it changes the scalings. Okay.
Back all no matter.
Higher FP cost. This is another blood loss weapon. Oh. Oh, wait. Wait, I can... Oh, okay, I can choose how it scales. What the... Okay, that's interesting. Oh. Okay, so the one you choose just determines what kind of scaling you can give it. Okay, that's way better than I thought it was. I kind of like Stormcaller. I kind of like the idea of Gravitas as well. Making it keen, it would scale better? It would actually scale worse right now. What? If it scales a C with Dex and an E on Strength, it would go from... Yeah, that would just lower its damage right now. Standard, keen, quality. Quality would also lower it. What? Magic. It would give it magic damage. That's actually not that bad of magic damage. What the... I mean, it's applying resistances twice, but still. I think I'd keep it as standard. Gravitas? Gravitas? Quality? Stormcaller's the really cool one, though, isn't it? That's a magic thing. It's gonna get an int scaling. I don't want that. Oh, or it won't. Okay, let's keep it as a standard Grave Scythe and just give it Gravitas. What's the thing I can... in here? Okay. Wait, actually, what are the... Okay, that's basically the same. Okay, the attacks are basically the same one-handed or two-handed. What does this do? Okay, that's pretty cool. How much damage does that do? That's a massive AoE, actually. And it pulls everything in around me? Okay. I think I might actually have a way to deal with Stormhawks now. Now that I'm done with them. Okay. I'll call that good. I might try out Stormcaller later, but I think Gravitas might be the thing that I need. Stormcaller I think I picked up in a pretty standard place. Gravitas I got from like way out of the way. So inherently it must be better, right? Right? 1,000. Also, wait, can I upgrade it one more time?
Well, I took you for no match
I
at your
literally haven't left. Oh yeah, one more time. Okay. And then I can do it another time. Liarnia Lakeshore? Is that a lake I'm looking at? It looks like a swamp. Is a swamp just a shallow lake? I guess it might be, actually. Like a really wide, shallow lake that allows for its own ecosystem. Like a lake that's shallow enough and wide enough that it allows for its own above-water ecosystem to thrive. Yeah, that's not a lake. That's a swamp. That's absolutely... Okay. What's up, dude?
You're new around here.
Oh, you're different.
Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Your money's as good as
That's a
anyone
different voice.
else's. Why don't you...
Also, you're yellow. Was the other one red? Is that why you look like Santa?
Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Okay. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 11. Lantern? Attached to waist to illuminate surroundings. Oh, I might need that soon. Astrologer? Astrologer's... Okay. Astrologer set? I feel like this man murdered an astrologer. Oh yeah, what did I get in my crafting thingy for, Oh, Cuckoo Glintstone. I can create those now. Widely found in Liarnia Lake. And cracked crystals. Oh, that's the thing I got a bunch of. Okay. Well, good enough for me. Oh, hello. This probably won't work. Okay, that will work. I just need to not do it like an idiot. Too far. Sacrificial twig. What? Will be lost on death in place of runes. Oh, it's a ring of sacrifice. Got it. That makes sense. Can I? Wait, if I jumped to there from... Is there anywhere else I can go? To there... I can't get all the way over there. I just dropped down. Can I get up there somehow? Not sure. I don't think so. Just going up and down this thing's making me dizzy. Okay. You okay there? Jeez, you aren't happy. You're also not very impressive. Okay. I let him have his fun, and he didn't impress me. I don't like the spooky music here. Hey, dude. That would be horrifying if every single one of those in the entire lake, like, is now aggro to me and just slowly making their way towards me. Oh, that's a skull. I thought it was a mushroom. I was like, why can't I pick it up? These crystals are concerning. Oh, it's too big to break. What the? Oh, firefly. God, there's so many. Wait, no, that one. Okay, wait, that one looked. Wait, no, it was a skull. What the? Oh, hello. Okay. Hey, Eastern Lemuria. God, this is a big world. Think about how big just Limgrave was. Look at how big Eastern Lemuria is. I'm assuming that's the tower I need to go for the next boss. Or, well, for the next boss's rune. There's a big tree. There's a... What? No. I accidentally put up... Where in the world is the Erd Tree? Because the Erd Tree is... like, over here, right? I can't... Okay, so I can't imagine that the world goes all the way around it. I'm assuming it's, like, at the top corner of it. But, like... God, I don't know. This game is massive regardless. God, the... All the phantoms wandering around spook me. Ow, are you okay there? You don't do any damage to me. I feel like I should I have come here before I did everything? With, I don't know, everything else I did in Limgrave. I feel like I shouldn't have, right? Jeez! How is that so high? Oh, hey, these things. He's a wiggle worm. Malefactor's Everjail. I don't think I want to do that. Right? Everjail? I don't think I want to go into an Everjail. I'll do it. I don't think I want... That thing was staring at me. Aiden, Thief of Fire. Okay, so this is like a duel? Hey, you have a flail. God, you have a lot of fire. Okay. You are called the Thief of Fire, so that's fair. I don't like that you threw a supernova at me. Okay. Pardon me for thinking that they'd continue on your path of, swinging feebly. Okay. This is interesting. I also thought I got a backstab on him, but I didn't. Try running. I'm assuming that running, like, in a circle, is, like, around the arena, is just how you deal with his fire. This game is disturbing. Oh, wait, my souls were there? Oh, they're here, too. Okay, that's not fair. I mean, it is completely fair, but, you know. And then you're gonna do a big jump at the end. Okay, that again. Get out of here. Don't do that. Ow, what the? Okay, look at his health. For the map for this game is ridiculously huge, so you guess that depends on how ridiculous they meant. I'll be honest, I mean, the bigger it is, that's just the more replay value it has. But God, the bigger it is, the more bad I feel for the speedrunning community. So I'm assuming these Everjails, there's like probably a couple of them. And they're just like kind of PvP fights. Oh, huh. He, like, preemptively protects himself by having those things up. If I backstab him, I can't get a thing. Okay, my combo doesn't, like, completely stun lock him. I think he also only has one heal. Ow. Oof. Okay, so he can't. If he hits me with that, I'm dead. That's brutal. I really do appreciate that they introduced the stakes to just allow, like, repeated attempts at bosses. So he just walks at me for a few seconds. Okay, that's not quite long range enough to catch him. This again. I'll be honest, letting him just do his one heal is probably better than trying to stop it. Okay, blood. Yeah, he has one heal. Okay, his raging sun thingy. Okay, another one. You have sealed your own fate. Okay. Good night. Flame of the Fell God. Well, I know his fancy sun thingy now. I'm positive I don't have the stats to use it. That would be an incantation, right? I don't even have a catalyst or whatever that I'm able to use yet. Oh, and I wonder if that guy in the round table sells one. Yeah. Someone's charging fireball that explodes and sets an area ablaze. 41 faith. Wow, that's probably like the super like big boy pyromancy spell. Are you okay? What are you doing? I don't know how to capitalize on that staggering. Bad wiggle worm. How dare you? I don't. I'll be honest, I'm just killing these things to see if it does anything. Because they refuse to do anything. I've seen them before, they just don't attack. You. Come at me. Can I backstab? No. Are you mad at me now? You gonna do something? Okay. Well, at least I know they can defend themselves now. Technically. You know, if they become a rock butterfly, I'd really like that, actually. Sheep. Ah! Don't you roll away from me. Bah! I love how the sheep roll. Why am I being attacked by gnomes? Oh, wait, right. I remember. Hiya! Okay, that's not bad. That screwed them up. Oh god, it's on my back. It just slit my throat. What in the world are these things? Okay. Okay, okay. I saw it like I saw it standing in the bush. I was like, what is this? I look so awesome on this thing with my scythe. Whee! Okay then. So. Yeah. You're out of your depth, little man. You know, your smoke screen... Oh, wow, that one's still alive. Oh, no, there were 5 of them? That's pretty cool. Vulcan militia. How do I put those on? What? 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 Let's try... Okay. Also, my, I should probably... This scythe is very heavy, actually. That's a good look for now. You'll roll better again. Okay, so what was that about? Or are they just lying in wait? Am I about to fight a village of gnomes up here? Beware of weak foe. More of them! No mercy. Let's tackle the Lalafell. Oh, there's another one. Can I just straight up backstab this thing? I kind of want its weapon. Ow. Give me your weapon. Time for danger. Well, I don't think I was entirely off base with the village of these things. What in the world are these? What? You have a big sickle. Ow. Oh, there were... How many of them were in that one bush? I saw the one, and then when I stood up to attack, I suddenly saw the second one. I was like, oh no. And then after I died, I saw there were 3 in total. I don't like these things. Just little ambush gnomes. Yeah, at least the amount that we like each other is mutual. You know what? Maybe they actually love me, and this is just their way of saying hi. Wouldn't be the weirdest way I've ever been said hi to. Jerk. Okay, I missed. Oh, missed. Those are literally just smoke screens. As if they needed to be more annoying. Oh hey, Trina's Lily. God, I can't see anything. There's one. Ow, 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 ow. Ah! God! I got caught on all of them. There's so many of them. There were so many of them that they became new terrain. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, you know, it's the little gnome's fault. That's why I hate how they laugh. Actually, sounds like it's a Terraria sound effect. Or like a Twilight Forest sound effect from Minecraft. Is that a land octopus? No. I'll take my chances with it. Oh no, it's more of these things. Ow! How'd you do that? What the? Would you please not? They're so... They're so efficient. God. Okay. These are stronger ones, too. Yeah, these are like the Terraria gnomes, actually. Okay, no, they killed somebody. Oh no, now the patrol's gonna think that I did it. I know, they're going that way. Skull! Likely death. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Ooh. Crystal buds. I need those. So I'm assuming I want to take out the big one in the back, right? Ow! God, just barely didn't get it. Okay. Okay, big burst flame. I'll be honest, they're all pretty bad. Okay, yeah, but the big guy can use, like, big magic. Ow! Okay. That didn't work. Yo, turret! Hiya! Okay. Oh, God, there's another one there. Stop grouping up, you weirdos. Ah, God! What was that? I'll be honest, I'm not sure if hitting him with a range attack would have drawn him from the group, because it seems like the second he got mad, everyone else got mad. So I think they might have shared aggro, which would make sense. I wonder if I get some of my Stormhawk. Just keep like one of them busy, or two of them. Oh no, so the species is a Stormhawk. The specific thing I have is a Warhawk, isn't it? Because it has the blades on its legs. I was going to choose to not be concerned about the fact that all those gnomes were there and there was basically nothing around them. I guess they just live there. And I'm fine with that. No, I don't think that the scythe is any particularly louder than another weapon. It also forces you to, like, realize that they're here, because you need to walk through us. There's also more of them in the city. I don't like this. Why am I leveling faith? God! No, please! You got alerted. Okay. Being too passive against these guys, I think, hurt me a lot. Get out of here. Smoldering butterfly, that tracks. Smoldering butterfly, okay. There's another big guy. To be honest, I'm not as concerned about them now. What's up with all these arrows? What came from that way? Are they at war with the goblins? Or not the goblins, the gnomes? I like how it doesn't light anything on fire. Look upon the corpses of your brethren. You will fail where they also have. Okay, they drop smoldering blood. They drop smoldering butterflies like crazy. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. Fire Spermy. Dappled cured meat. Pickle. Boy, do I love pickles. That's the wrong, but that's the wrong one. Rapture? Wave? Server maintenance from 2 to 3 a.m. UTC. When's 2 UTC? I've actually never seen that in a Souls game. I wonder what the fingers think of this. Okay. That's good. Yeah. I don't know what UTC means. I'm glad I tried for some reason to target the skull. Is that a bat? Are there bats over here now? Okay. You know what? Sets are good against you. UTC is also GMT. What's 2 GMT in Eastern Time? Oh, why am I a farmer? So, UTC is 5 hours ahead of me? 5 hours. So 2 UTC is in an hour? Is that what that means? I don't particularly care about being on the game servers because I don't summon players, but oh wait, that's what I was doing. I wasn't trying to target the skull, I was trying to center my camera behind myself. 2 p.m. UT. What? 9 a.m.? No, 2 a.m. So it would be 9 p.m. So yes, an hour. Goddamn bug! I'm not dealing with you again. Ah! Budding horn. Okay. You know what? You get to live. Okay. Oh, does New Zealand use the 24-hour clock? You can also tell me in 24-hour time. I would know that. A 24-hour clock does, in theory, make sense. But the thing is, it also makes as much sense as any measure of time does, because time is fake. Time for crap. Weird poison. Why is it always crap? Could this be a dog? It's a puppy. Haha! Ow. Okay. God. Okay. Get me out. Drop something. Crab eggs. Okay. I don't want to be in the poison. Your Soulsborne Poison Swamp will not get the best of me this day. This is such a big lake. God, more of these guys. Big crystal. Is it a hermit crab? That's not a hermit crab. Okay, you know what? Baby Seath, die. God, there's so many of them. I didn't know snakes could also be hermit crabs. Okay, so you can't get a critical on those. $14.30 would be 14. What? Wait, 24. Using. I've lost track of the conversation while I was fighting those things. If the question is use an hourglass for everything, the answer is yes. That is definitely the most efficient way to do anything. What are you? Are you a sloth? You look like a sloth. Or blobfish. I'll be honest, you're kind of a little bit adorable, so I feel bad about this. Well, I one-shot it. Okay, what do you do? Okay. You're pretty capable. All things considered. Good night. Dexterity, not crystal tier. Oh, isn't that something for the thing I don't know about? I need to go back to that guy and buy that thing. I know I'm so, what's the word? The fact that I can't think of the word means I'm absolutely not the word. Oh god, I love this word. What's the word where you say things good? This is really not a lake. I can't believe I'm about to... Eloquent. Eloquent, that's the word. I was about to look it up. What? I don't like the fact that I just listened to John Oliver talk about how he would have sex with Lobster. Literally just listened to that right before the stream. Another note. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is a very entertaining YouTube thing. I'll be honest, I don't particularly like lobster that much either. I don't particularly like lobster or crab. Now, what I do like are fried scallops. Delicious. Or no. Well, yeah, fried scallops and fried clam strips. So good. Yeah, go to Red Lobster, get the Admiral's platter, or whatever it's called. Just a big tasting platter of a bunch of tasty seafood. Okay, more faith. For some reason. I still don't even have the thing to... Church of Valley. Church of Valley. Yeah, I still haven't seen that mushroom girl again. Oh yeah, he is red. Okay. I guess I can see the Santa.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back.
Yeah, I need to buy, Chainsaw. Is there anything else I needed here? No, just Flask of Wondrous Physic and Waypoint Ruins.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm never gonna speak to you again. A Flask of Wondrous Physic still remains in the Third Church of America, north of the Mistwood. Cross the highway bridge and follow the animal trail north. A Flask of Wondrous Physic still remains at north of the Mistwood, Third Church of America. Someone marks among the waypoint ruins on the roads through Limgrave. Waypoint ruins on the road through Limgrave. Waypoint ruins on the road through. Gatefront ruins? No, that's where the... What's that? Well, this is where I'm... This is where I met Melina at the Gatefront ruins. Was it maybe talking about that? Road through Limgrave. Road through Limgrave is either... That's not... The road through Limgrave is more like this one, kind of. Right? Oh yeah, is there anything called Mistwood? Forlorn... Oh, there's another Everjail. I never even noticed that one, I don't think. Oh, that... Wait, that continues on way up that way. Oh, I'm off the map. Okay, never mind. I see what happened. I went way this way and then turned and then went this way. Was I supposed to go this way? That's like a broken... No, wait, no. That'd be way up that way. No, it definitely told me to go this way. Yeah, you know. I don't... Let's just go back here. I don't know what else to do about it. I'm trying to think about... Would it be fine to look up just the lowest tier, whatever it is, catalyst thingy? Like, just where it is? Oh, right. I need to do that. I'm not gonna wait for an answer, because, you know. Wait, after dealing damage, it continues to sap foes' HP for sure. Okay, so damn it. So it burns them. What's it called? Catalyst. I don't know what it's called. It's like a... Oh, wait, no. It's a... I have some of them. They're just the... There's not, like, weak ones. Sacred Seal. Most basic Sacred Seal is the Finger Seal. Two classes start the game with it. Let's look at the... Oh. Oh. Okay. That lady sells them. The lady I got the dragon hand from. I thought I remembered some kind of something. I didn't realize that was the basic one, though. saw that thread again. I also always run the wrong way around the table. You sell it? Wait. It said you sold it, but wait. I think that guide actually might be mistaken. This is the problem with a game this big that just came out, is that nobody actually knows what they're talking about. Not this way. It's by the... Not that way. It's this way. In here. You two. Right? Finger seal. I only need 4 strength and 10 faith to use it. Yeah, grab it. Oh. Rune Arc. Grants the blessing when equipped great rune upon use. Wait, a shard of the shard. Is it the lore? Wait, I have one of those, don't I? Is that what I needed? Of an equipped great rune upon use. How do I equip this? Is this equipped? I don't think it's equipped. Oh yeah, incantations. I need to give it to that other guy. That didn't raise my equipment. But I can't. That's so confusing. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Can I hold this? No, it's still... Oh, okay. That one... Oh, that one doesn't have any weight. Wish I could use that one. I need 10 arcane, so I need 2 more levels. Which I don't particularly want to spend right now. Finger seal. Oh, wait, this actually has really good incant scaling, which I think is good. We'll look into that once we have the faith for it. Okay, let's go back to here. Okay, so we have the sacred seal that will let us do the thing next level. I think. Was it next level? I'm going to this building. That's broken. Those are some of those poison goo thingies. That's not a very efficient way to get into a building, I'll be honest. Okay. Academy Gate... Oh, Gate Town. I need to go west of here. I think. Please tell me I was west. It says some of the ruins to the west of Gate Town. Those? Or those? Neither of those are perfectly west. Is that a ruin? That's a big flower. Those are... No, those aren't tents. Are those gravestones? What the... God, there's a million items here. Golden rune. Ow, ow, okay. The other one didn't do that. You're a better flower. Golden rune. What are the chances that, like, one of these isn't a golden rune? There are different qualities of golden rune, at the very least. God, they pierce. Golden rune. Golden rune. Golden rune. Okay, they're all golden runes. That was just a lot of runes. Okay. That's a statue. Oh, also I didn't upgrade my flasks. Spending stone too. Okay, I think it's that I need to go to then. So, getting out of here. Uh-oh. What are the chances I can outrun magic? Pretty bad! Let me... Wait, how do I... Stop that. You. I see you. Although you're just a... Teardrop scarabs. Crimson and cerulean teardrop scarabs. You're... Okay, so that just fills my flasks and they're already full. Or, no, I used, like, one. Praise the friendship.
Ah, there you are. You claimed a great rune and had your audience with the two fingers at the round table home. What was your impression?
They were magnificent.
You don't say. Well, what a relief that must be. You may go then. My work here is done. May the wisdom of the two fingers guide you. Oh, is something wrong?
They were magnificent, but they did seem a little bit off.
Aha, your intuition serves you well. My doubts had been piling up, you see. The words of the two fingers cannot be trusted. Truly, naught but rambling, senile...
Well, to be fair, they were being translated by another person.
I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the two fingers were corrupted, their guidance skewed. Even worse, the fingers
Oh, hey, last.
harbor no love for our kind. That's the part that irks the most. Oh, I have a gift for you.
Okay.
Something fit only for the wise.
Festering bloody finger.
A means for circumventing the draw of the two fingers. Give it a try, won't you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you, my lambkin.
Okay, that's the invasion thing.
Be sure to try that finger I gave you. There's no reason to dither. The tarnished were spurned by grace, forsaken by the two fingers. And now they ask you to mend their crumbling world? Your loyalties are misplaced with them.
Okay. Have fun, dude. Melina? Melina, I thought you were here. You're not Melina. So am I just going crazy or just like making like wild assumptions that something's wrong with Melina because she's not showing up at level up spots? No, I'm pretty sure this isn't Melina. I did find the right guy though. Ow! Blood loss. I kind of want that sword. Ow! Okay. Mr. Flippy Dippy. Also, you threw down an AoE that makes me bleed? That's blood mist. What? You know, he does the flippy and the dippy. That's the technical term. Aha! Fool! And watch you once again be a fool! Okay. How's that? Concerning? Oh, hello. Praise the dung. I'm not sure that's what this is. Let me grab the mushroom.
Be sure to try that. I'm quite...
Okay. It's so weird because he was like, did you find yourself made in this? And, Melina was not showing up. So, like... But then he just shows up and says, like, hey, here's your invading thing. So now I'm just mostly concerned. I'm assuming I need to go to Gate Town. To be fair, that was kind of the waypoint here. I just kind of think I might be able to jump that gap with Torrent. It's pretty far, so I don't think so, but I'm gonna try it. Because, I mean, It looks important. It's a big city in the middle of the lake. I'm assuming it leads to the academy. Oh yeah, there's absolutely no chance I can make that. That's way longer than I remember it was. In the world. If I could make that, that'd be amazing. Golden seed. Oh, something sure happened here. Sorry, buddy, I'm just scouting. Oh, you heard that. Ow! God, what the? Bad sloth man. Oh, okay. I can't critical from horseback. It'd be pretty funny if I could. Hello. Okay, you know what? Messing around is just giving you more opportunities to hit me. I'll be honest, the horseback fighting is very useful in some situations and then very, not in many other situations. Okay, where's the big crab that's mad at me now? Okay. Can you even hurt me? Actually, summon here. Oh, crab eggs? Yes, crab eggs. Twitch is still messing up with, for you last. You should probably look into that, since that's a thing that's happening.
Oh, Lanya. It's me, Dialos. Answer me, would you?
Well, Lenya's not fine. Could I have stopped that? I don't think I could have.
Hello, friend. Tell me if you know, would you? The whereabouts of the hidden house of those despicable fiends. The recusants who hunt their fellow tarnished. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya, and I refused to let the insult stand. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. I, Dialos, swear to deliver the message. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya, the tale of House... I, Dialos.
Well, I, don't, but, she's fine. Tarnished come back to life anyways, right? God, stop cartwheeling. You. Somber smithing stone. Okay, well, DLS is mad. I'll do everything in my power to assist him. As of this moment, that is nothing, though. I've also kind of lost which way I am. that looks like an Orlando, actually. Back off. Right. No, there's more. Including one of the big guys I hate. What? Okay. I think 2 skulls were stacked on top of each other there. And I didn't notice, so I got exploded by both of them. Ow! God. Small one lunged at me. You're awake? Okay, I don't care anymore. What the? Stop, stop. Oh, hey, look. I can get into that other room now. Jumping required ahead, and then time for jumping. Why did I hear something stepping? That's a rune bear. No, thank you. I don't like that rune bear has just become an enemy. That's just, like, out and about. You know what, though? It's probably not as strong as the one that was in the cave. What? What? Okay. That's not even... What? It literally didn't hit me. I'll be honest, I can't tell if it's stronger or not because it just one-shot me. I guess that would make it stronger because the one in the cave never one-shot me, but also I can't tell because I don't even know what happened there. Oh, but I do have some benefits. Oh, there's silver mist this way. Okay. I was making my way quite a bit around. Oh, wait, I can't summon here. Well, yes, I died. I know that much. I'm saying I don't know how I died. It didn't look like I got hit by anything. Like, I saw it do an attack, but I was behind it. Oh, God! Jesus Christ! Okay, Rune Bear? Rune Bear. We need to talk, buddy. We need to have a talk about you. Okay, well, time to abuse the fact that I have a horse now. Or whatever the hell Torrent is. I've also seen these thingies a couple times in the loading screens with the giant dangly scythe arms, and I am, I don't know whether I'm glad that I haven't seen them yet or horrified that I haven't seen them yet. I should say, glad I haven't seen them or horrified that they're coming up somewhere. Why is there just a rune bear just about? Did it escape from its cave? Also, I give this thing literally one shot before it kills me again. I don't care. It doesn't matter that I'm on torrent. Okay. Come on. Ow. Ow, ow, stop, stop, I can't. I literally can't move when he's doing that. He staggers torrent so much that I literally could not move. I was holding down the sprint button. And torrent just could not move until he hit me again. This might be something to come back to later. Also, Shion, if you say that again, I'm banning you. Why? God! Okay. I don't. Yeah, I'm not supposed to fight this thing yet. Like, not even close. It's not. It's not something that's within my capabilities. It will either one-shot me, or if it doesn't one-shot me, its first hit stun locks me, so it can just hit me again, and then I'm dead. It's far too fast. It's far too reactive. Even if I'm on torrent, again, just stun locks me, or just hits me so hard that I immediately fall off torrent, and then he has an opening to attack again. Yeah, I'm gonna come back here, like, at the end of the game, and just destroy it. What the? Oh. Ashen War, charge forth. Okay. Well, on the bright side, I don't have to worry about, what's it? Things. You're a poison crab. No, you're... What? You're a sleep crab. Okay. I, was so weirded out by the status condition that was... I was so weirded out by the status condition that was being inflicted upon me, and the fact that I was just stuck in the pincers and couldn't move, that I was just like, okay. What was I even talking about before that? I got so off track by that crab. What in the world? Anyone remember what I was saying? I don't care. I'm gonna beat up a crab. Not on torrent. What the? How did I get here? Where am I? Okay. Well, there's the way up. I'm assuming the crab was in here. Okay, so yeah, if I just kept exploring the way that I was coming towards a, thing. No, 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 not again! God. You need to stop being glitchy in the way that you trap torrent in your claws. I'd appreciate it if you did not. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's worth it. Well, here's the entrance. Be wary of group and then be wary of strong foe. Yo, nerds. I know you're kind of guarding this area. I don't particularly care, though. You doing magic stuff at me? This scythe is really good for guard breaking, actually. Who's being all magic-y? Okay. I forgot that's what that did. I thought it shot flaming arrows. Good night. You're still alive? Okay. So, Gate Town, huh? Why is it always you don't have the right? You don't have the right to go in here. I have a longer reach than you. Ow. Okay. Assuming somebody said you could open that. Why would I? You can get there for... Yeah, don't do that. Hello. Hey, you have a big sword. I'm so proud of you. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, your sword kind of distracted me from the fact that what that magic did. Okay. Drop your sword? Actually, is that the sword that I have already? It might be the sword I have already. Let's see. I'll be honest, that, oh, right, when... I need to get to a grace site. That server maintenance or whatever is happening, like, in a second. I think it might literally be to fix the bloodstains, because, I've noticed that that's been not working today and yesterday. Okay. I can summon here. I think until I'm overwhelmed, it's fine, because I'm trying to be stealthy. And, the bird just aggroes on whatever. The bird wants blood, and, I'll be honest, usually I would just let it have it. Still no secret passage. Somebody walked through checking every single one of these doors. What? Huh. You know, I don't like that. You were in the trailer, weren't you? Big weird firehead thingy. Ow, ow, ow. You're far too long range for your own good. Oh, you killed your friend. What? Ow, 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 stop, 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 stop. Stop. What in the world? I don't like this thing. Go, get it. Okay. If anything else, just distract it. Okay, thank you. Fire Blossom. Oh, the bird's gone. Well. Okay. You did good, bird. You did good. I think. Why are Lucaria gloves? They're very slightly bigger. Okay. You're just gonna be a jerk to me every step of the way, aren't you? Nope, there's two of you. I don't like that you have these magical thingies now. Oh. Not the Warhawk, please. Stop throwing these! That might be okay, actually. Oh, I'm already at a medium load still. Wait, 8.3. 5. Medium load? What do I? Oh. Still have the bow on me. Okay. Hello, Side of Grace. Please. I see one up there. This is also the gate that I can't go through without the key. That guy that told me about the key didn't give me any actual hints. He just said if you find an extra, or if you find one once you're done using it, you can give it to me. Okay. Really quick. I've been playing this game for 13 hours. It said to get off online, so. I think that worked. Maybe. And if it didn't, oh well. I tried my hardest. Oh, I'm still seeing messages. Seek dragon. Love ahead. Key required ahead. Monster ahead. Seek dragon. First off, key. Precious item ahead. Meeting place map. I'm assuming that that's where I find the key. So my final corpse is for a meeting place. And I can found truly desired one. The sole means of gaining entry into the Academy of Glintstone Key. Okay, that's it. I don't have a map of this area, do I? Message was one of my messages? Where would I even find the map for this area? Rose Church. Academy Gate Town. It's telling me to go that way. Oddly enough, not through the gate. So, that's gonna kill me. Wait, there's the bear down here! I recognize the area immediately. Oh god, the bear. Okay, Can I jump off that with Torrent? I'll be honest, I don't want to land down there. Even if I land down there, the bear's just gonna charge at me and one-shot me. Okay, anyways. Oh, I can jump off this with Torrent over here. Let's go this way. See where it leads us. Because, boy, I can't figure out that meeting place map if I don't have an actual map of this place. Maybe go over to the big tree. I hear big trees are lovely this time of year. Temple Quarter. Well, that seems important. It's named. McQuilla's Lily. You. Haha! You're bigger than the other ones, aren't you? Wow, God, you have a big club. I'll be honest, it's like the club equivalent of a glaive, and I don't think I like that. How long is the stream been going? 3.5 hours about. Hey, look at that. What are those? Oh. That plant's shooting magic at me again. Jerk. Are you gonna leave me anywhere? Oh. There it goes. Okay, I'm offline now. Lovely. Also this grace site doesn't point anywhere. So I'm gonna go check out whatever these are. Are these... Wait, what? Are those... There's so many of them. What the... This is the biggest bait I've ever seen one. Not that one. This one. What the... I didn't actually get anything from it. Which is interesting. Okay, I don't need to shoot them. They drop when I get close enough. I thought all of these were gonna drop something. Like it's the mother lode of the scarabs. They're not. Also, yes, I'm very pointedly ignoring that dragon. At least for the moment. I think the point of the scarabs might be to entice me to run towards the dragon without noticing it. Because I kind of did do that. Are you know... Get it. I'll be honest, you're probably the only thing more annoying than these things. Okay. Thank you, Hawk. Good job, buddy. Okay, let's Let's see what this is all about. Glintstone Dragon Smaragd. What? Was it just me that didn't even see the dragon turn around and I was suddenly dead? Okay, I think this might be another, get on torrent. Cause, wow, dragons. God. I'll be honest, I'm, fine just saying, it's a writing battle whenever I'm up against a dragon. All the dragons are in very pointedly writable areas. Well, of course you didn't see it turn around if you weren't looking. Okay, what was your name? Smaug? Smaragd. Okay. Ow. Okay, that's what it did last time. It did it does a really fast, like, spin bite. I don't... This thing can one-shot me. Another thing in this area could one-shot me. Should I go explore somewhere else? I don't... I mean, this is the way that opened up. Because I beat Godric. But, there are other ways to go. I go back to that nice island where I got the Warhawk. I'll try one more time, see if I can survive a single hit. Shion, it's Elden Ring, not Elder Ring. Silly. I'll be honest, I'm doing okay damage to it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, if it can just do a tail sweep and murder me immediately. I was just gonna go look around to see if I could find the map for this area, but I have no clue where to even go about doing that. Shion, how many times have you rewatched Soul Eater already? I think is the more apt question at the moment. Because if the answer is 2, like me, then probably. Okay, why? That damages me? I've rewatched Soul Eater twice, and it's a very good show. And I should probably rewatch it again. If you rewatched it like 10 times, then maybe you should find something else to rewatch. Also, I didn't pick that up. Okay, get me out of here. Do dragons just like swamps? Oh, hey. More lobsters. Oh, you only watched it once? Yeah, go rewatch it. That's a good show. Smaragd. Make the dragon and the lobsters fight. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I can. It's a pretty funny idea, but I don't think I can. You're one. What the? What? What? There you are. What? Gotcha! Thope's barrier. That was a fun little annoyance. Octopus! Octopus! Oh god! God, stop, stop, stop! Okay. Stop. Jeez! Okay, this one's learned some new tricks, I think. Or maybe I'm just too dumb. Okay. You have a lot of health. Oh, no, there's a bleed proc. You just have a lot of defense. No, eating your own arm. I think that's what you do. Land octopus ovaries. Okay, where am I?